All right, welcome to part 4 and the last of our set review of Wonderland Dreams. And today we're going to be looking at Haven and Neutral. Starting us off is the White Tiger. Eye of the White Tiger. This card's just average. Very average.
Yeah, average, but
Bronze,
it's
skip.
fine for
Skip.
take two.
Good for
Take two.
yeah, it's good for take 2. It's a great take 2 card. I think it's a good take 2 card. This card is also very
Those are the heal 2, right?
and heal 2
Or-
can't draws a card.
And draw something. Not
terrible.
constructed.
Probably not constructed though. Monastic Holy Water. Yeah, it's just heal 2, draw a card. Not terrible because it's kind of like get a 4 mana, draw 2 cards off of it, which is not terrible, I guess. But it's 6 mana for 6.
I wish it had ward.
That ward, yeah, this card actually.
Yeah, it seems like it should have ward, you know? Feels like one of those ward cards, but
Alright, well, whatever. This card is pretty average. It's
Yeah.
pretty not gonna be. I don't think it's pretty safe to
Yeah.
say it's not gonna be insane.
yeah.
This card though, I think is actually pretty sweet. Draw 3s are pretty rare, and
It's-
this is
Seems like it could be very legitimate against like Shadow or Sword.
I just think you would play this anyways. Like, it's not as good as Sacred Plea, but I think having an extra card is a big deal. I think if you're a control deck, if you're a control Haven deck, I think
Yeah.
you should play it.
It's a great card.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just playing for the future, right? Drawing
Yeah,
3
this
is
card-
insane.
Draw 3 is really good. This is
I mean, he has a
Going
good
with
chance of executing within, 2-3 turns, right?
Yeah.
So, I like
I
it.
think this card is good. I would see constructed play.
What do you guys think about this?
The fancy Halo.
So Pinion Prayer is a 1 mana that makes a 2/1 storm. Pretty good. I think this is a really good take 2 card. I think it's like a very good take 2 card. Like I would say this is like a top tier take 2 card. But in constructed, I just don't think. Like there's another one, Veteran Tamer. That's kind of like this card. Like that's my
Right.
most
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Veteran Tamer. Veteran Tamer gives you the Tiger. But this has better stats.
I mean, 4 mana 4/3 is not terrible.
In Stormhaven, this card would be good. I just don't play enough Stormhaven to know what Stormhaven wants.
It's a
But
bit
maybe-
slow, right?
Slow, and it's just kind of. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Not really feeling it too
Hmm.
much. Good value for 4 mana, but getting a 2/1 later, not crazy good.
Storm, yeah. It is Storm, but
Yeah. Okay.
This potentially could be playable, but geez, that's a high cost.
this card's got thighs, man.
Yeah.
It's-
Two
this
Tin
card's hot.
Soldiers. That's something.
Tin Soldiers are good. They're like 5 mana 4. They're 4/5s, right? 4/5
Yeah.
with a good evolve ability.
And you get a Tin Soldier right away.
Yeah, I think this card's good. I like this
Takes
card.
up a lot of board space.
Art, man.
I mean, what is Tin Soldier is what, a 4 or 5 that has a on evolve?
Deals 3 to an enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see
Pretty
play.
good.
A lot of value there. Kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think this card's pretty solid. Pretty swallowed.
6 mana 4/5 ward. Oh, and subtract 1 from its cost for each neutral follower you play. Mm,
The Eagle Man.
not
Kind of
really,
high cost.
not really feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing special here, right?
Like, wouldn't you want just like more out of like a 6-drop? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this would be really good in like obviously like a neutral deck, right? Kind of like that Nerubian Prophet. When I think about it, well, actually, it's not.
Yeah, but what turn? I mean, even if you play, so if you play 1, 2, 3, then you could play this on 4, right?
Yeah,
And maybe evolve it. That's pretty sick. 6, 7 ward.
yeah. For 4, it's
Pretty good.
but yeah, it's like a
It's
dream scenario.
really
and it's
vanilla, right?
very vanilla.
Yeah, I feel like you can do better. Okay, 6 mana, 3, 7. Oh, so you counterplay their evolve turn, and because it has 7 health, it probably survives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
This card is
it retains Bane, right? For the next turn.
yeah.
I like it. Looks
Card
good.
is pretty good. It's just I just don't. I think it's really good for take two. I don't think.
Yeah,
really
it's
good
kind of a take two kind of feel. Like you're just countering their evolve turn. You know, a
yeah,
normal
and
evolve turn.
that doesn't matter nearly as much.
Yeah. In take two, that's huge. But
Yeah. This in constructed, I don't think that's nearly as.
Yeah. No.
okay. So it heals for 1 whenever an allied follower attacks. That seems pretty underwhelming.
Mediocre.
These cards, man.
Do not like
Even
that one.
shafted a little bit. Here.
Lots of art flavor, but not a lot of card substance.
Good art. Remember now?
Yeah,
Hate cards like this.
sure.
Yeah.
But no.
Like Candelabra. Isn't Candelabra just better? It's like the 3 mana and you don't have to have a neutral follower coming up.
Yeah. Not liking that.
Okay, so we misread the other card because we thought it was summon
Which
this
one?
card, but it's because you read the other one, Odile Black Swan. It's actually summon an enemy one. Oh, go up, go down, go down. The card that we're looking at right now, the gold card. That card.
Yeah.
So we thought that this was summoning 2
Like-
creatures for you, but it summons an enemy one. So we misread that, and people were flaming us. So we remember how we thought that the shadow one was Odile, and it's like
Yeah.
yeah, but that
Did we really?
yeah we thought it was
That's pretty bad.
yeah, it's pretty
Honestly,
bad.
that Black Swan was OP.
Yeah, we thought that card was we thought that card was real OP, but no, this card's just really meh. It's like very
Yeah.
meh.
It's underwhelming.
Very underwhelming.
All right.
My bad.
Granted, you can eat the other guy, but yeah, I don't know. Good.
You trade into him, right?
You trade into him basically. You would have to, otherwise,
Yeah.
unless you have a way to kill it already. But card's not that good.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
That's kind of interesting.
Till the start of your next turn. See, these kind of cards that require you to be like, oh, I'm gonna play this ahead of this Bahamut swing. It's just like, ugh. I think this card is very narrow.
But I mean, for 2 mana,
Yeah, it's a 2 mana 2/2. It's great, but
yeah.
great take two card. I just don't see this being consistent enough constructed for it to be really good. It's kind of like the Bard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bard is better though, I think.
Bard is better than this, and against certain matchups, I could see this maybe being better if you really want to fight It's just
Yeah,
You're
but
kind
this
of
is
you're preempting their combo turn, right?
yeah, but this is for aggro Haven, right?
yeah. And so the opponent would have to be like, oh, that would have to really screw up your opponent for it to be really good. You know what I mean? Otherwise, and it's like 3 damage. It's not like you cannot. Somebody can just like 3 damage to you like 4 times, right? And you still die. It doesn't like.
Yeah, but it could be like you know the person can only win if they hit you for 6 with Implaster.
Like
You
how
play
often
this,
does
and
that
it's like,
happen?
well,
That
there's a
comes up.
lot of
That comes up
times
like.
where that is literally the only way you can win.
I mean,
It's
would you like this is kind of like a taunt then, right?
No, because it will still because it's a fanfare. So then it would that effect is permanent. That effect for that next turn, they cannot do more damage to you. Thing is, if you had like another 3 power creature in play, he could just hit you with Implancer and the other 3 power creature, and it'd still be good enough. You know what I mean? I think this card's really. I don't think this card's good.
You'd have to be super dialed into what your opponent was doing.
And they would also have to have that card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a good chance they just don't
Yeah.
have it too, right? It's just
Maybe you could play this in like a tournament play, but probably not on ladder, right?
if you are expecting tons of dimension shift or something like that, or roach, but yeah, like maybe even I don't even think it's just too narrow, and
Yeah.
for the most part, it's just gonna be a 2-mana 2/2, right?
Okay. So you trigger the last words on an amulet, right?
It won't trigger fanfares, right? I'm pretty sure it won't. The wording, right?
Yeah,
It
I
won't
don't
trigger.
think it does.
So it's basically like
Well, if you're playing a neutral deck, I guess this could. I mean, it's pretty late game, right? So it could get discounted several times, 2 or 3 times.
I mean, compare this to the Birdman, I guess.
Eagle Man.
They're,
This is
they're both about the same.
this is better than that, right?
Not
Well, what
much
amulet costs
better.
5 points or less?
There's the one that makes 2 tigers.
Yeah.
Flames, I think it's called dual flames.
I guess you can get double the value by having both Eagleman
So-
and Lion in hand.
Is that the one you're targeting? The 2 tigers, and then
Yeah.
like maybe you discount
One
this
that's 2
like
tigers.
twice, or potentially
Well, no,
3 times, right?
you could
Aria-
have
Aria's
that
not
March Hair Tea Time, right? So you get 2 tin soldiers.
No, you won't get. It won't trigger fanfare because you have the amulet in play. It doesn't trigger fanfare if you don't play it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you.
I
the best
mean-
would probably be
I mean,
20
it could
flames.
be. This could be an insane tempo swing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like turn 4, 5. You could
Play a
put a
lot of
lot of
neutral
stats in, right?
I think. Yeah, you. Would
It
need
might
a
actually
lot.
be good, right?
It potentially could be more than enough to win before they have any kind of
I mean,
an
it's
answer.
be really good in like some sort of neutral aggro deck, right? Where you play like a bunch of aggressive neutral cards like Grimnir and then Goblin and then Lyriel and then a ton of neutral cards. And then you can play this if you can play this effectively for like 4 or 5 mana every turn, every game. If you can play this on 4, that's insane. If you can consistently play this thing out on turn 4, I think that's like really, really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like-
turn 4, that would nobody could deal with that.
Very tough.
Like
yeah.
2 tigers and this thing on turn 4,
Yeah. Hell of a board.
that would like win the game, right?
It'd be really hard to deal with, yes.
Generally, yeah.
Seems good to me.
Yep.
I mean, you
Yeah.
just play a whole bunch of
Potentially.
neutrals, an amulet, and this. Like, you're
You
good,
did-
right?
You have to mull aggressively for this card, and you would literally want to only play neutral followers in your deck.
Seems doable to me.
And you'd also need to have the amulet. I guess if you play Aria.
I
I
like
guess you
it.
could just. just play amulets. You don't actually have to play. You don't actually have to play like real followers in your deck. Because most of the good follower amulets are. Most of the Stonehaven followers are amulet followers. So maybe this card is actually the same.
I think you'll
we'll
see it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see it.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish I had more dust. I want to build like a bunch of decks.
Yeah.
This card is thing. So it's a 1/2, and then you trade it, and then you can, if you trade it into a 2/2, then you get like a 2/3, or you can get a 2/3 that turn. So on turn 3, feel like you can like trade this into a 2/2, and then you'll get a 2/3, and then you can like finish it off, or trade it into like something with 1 toughness, and then it'll come back as a 2/3, and then you can kill something else. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, seems fine. 2 mana. It's well statted for that.
It's very interesting why this is a legendary, but I do think it's pretty good. It's a good 2-drop.
Yeah, there's a possibility that it's just really efficient.
Yeah, it is very efficient. Because you basically get on turn 3, if you kill, you basically almost have like 3 5 in stats. You have access to that you can throw around. It isn't terrible.
So you play this on turn 2, and then
Yeah.
he trades his 2/2 into it, right? And then what happens?
Say what?
If he trades his 2/2 into it, then what happens there?
Then you summon Princess Snow White and it evolves it.
You have a 2/3
I'll
on
have
board,
a 2/3
right?
board.
And he has a 2/1, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get the advantage on the 2-drop trade, essentially, right?
I don't know. This card seems good, but it's also at the same time pretty small, right? It's like it's still just
Yeah.
like a 2.
But it could be a
Yeah.
slight early game advantage, right?
Pretty big early game tempo advantage for you. I think this card's a pretty powerful tempo advantage in the beginning.
I'm just not sure which kind of deck would use it.
Yeah.
Like, would it actually be
I would have
this
to test
lion aggro thing? Probably not.
I think you
right?
don't want any Havencraft followers.
But would you actually play that in a control deck?
That also is a tough sell. I don't know. I'll have to see this card in action. It seems good, but at the same time, it's not like game winning, right? It's just kind of be like you're just gonna be like, hey, you got my 2/3s coming in, and my 1/2s are coming in. It's just like I expect more from a legendary. It's
Yeah,
definitely
but
not as
like
fun.
early game, getting in there, it gives you
Yeah.
a good start to the
It is
game,
what it
right?
is, right? It's very early game.
I
I think
think
it's a good early game card. I think it's
I would-
probably
be in so much pain if you have to craft that with dust for the amount of advantage you're gonna get out of this.
yeah. It just hurts to like craft a card that like I don't know. Is this card gonna be a staple 2-drop in Haven? Maybe. Probably not though. I think. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Neutrals.
Neutrals.
Last. The beginning. Started from the bottom. Now we're
4 mana 1/3 ambush. So this is kind of like Shade, right? In a way.
Except only to the end of turn.
whenever another allied follower attacks.
Wait,
you,
what? Until the end of turn?
Yeah,
This
no
is
good.
terrible.
Bad.
Am I reading this right? This seems so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's expensive.
That it should
Ugh.
be permanent, right?
For 4 cost, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card is not.
Wow.
Next. Shit. Card's also very mediocre. Next.
Explosion!
You
plus
need to talk about
one.
this card?
Yeah, okay.
Why is this 7?
What? What is this
Yeah,
card?
And it's
super
only
even more
followers?
mediocre.
Not
Next.
good enough.
What the heck? Okay.
Funny picture though.
That card, yeah, it's great. Dumpty for 7.
Humpty Dumpty for 7. But you don't need to evolve it, man.
Oh yeah,
Still,
that's instead of all points.
7 mana, 3 mana sweep. It's a neutral sweeper, which is okay, I guess, but I don't think I would ever want to play it.
No.
It's not Flame Strike, that's for sure.
Goblin.
3 mana 1/2 that generates
Okay.
1/2s.
If
right?
this thing doesn't die, it could be a threat.
So it's basically like a 3 mana 2/3, because you get
Yeah.
one automatically. Yeah. But this thing's probably gonna die.
Yeah, it's probably.
So it's basically, it's not terrible.
Well, it's 3
kinda like
mana
that-
2 1/2s, right?
Yeah, so it's 3 mana 2/4, which is good. And it also has the upside of just keep making stuff if they don't kill it. So I think
You
this
know-
card is
You know, things that you
Huh.
have to kill, it's good, right? They have to
Yeah.
kill it.
Well, I
have
mean,
to kill your goblin generator.
what is it? A 2/4 for 3.
Yeah. So it's not
That's
bad.
good, right?
This card's good. I don't know if it's constructed good.
And this
It's
is
competing with it's competing with a lot of 3-drops.
it's generating a whole bunch of creatures, which has a lot of synergy with cards, right?
Yeah.
That need neutral creatures.
Yeah.
Like that
It would
Dragon
trigger-
8-drop.
This would probably trigger the lion, the Havencraft lion, I think. Goblin would play. It would trigger it. I'm pretty-
Okay. 2 mana draw a card.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Hang on, I gotta read.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
What do we need this? What is this?
Draw a card. Change all cards.
Okay, so this is
Oh,
this is
7?
giving you neutral synergy without playing neutral cards, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that seems really complicated.
Seems just really inconsistent.
7 or less?
7 or less.
Which is most junk in your hand, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be like late game if you have synergy with neutral cards. You use this to give you the synergy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine though. Like 2 mana for a draw card? Isn't that kind of standard?
I could see
Yes.
this being in something, right? Like you build
Maybe.
you build the class deck, right? And you put in that fatty legendary that has neutral synergy. And then you play this, right?
Yeah, I guess it could be. I guess it's the fact that it draws your card, I think, is really nice. I'll give it that. I just feel like
This will be in somewhere. It's got to
could
be
be
in,
something.
it's got to be
People
It's
are
not.
gonna
somewhere.
play
It's
it.
not totally useless. Yeah. But
I
Yeah.
think
yeah.
I think I'll see people play it, but I'll probably be like, yeah.
You're not
It's
going to see
really
it in every deck, that's
interesting.
for sure.
Dude, I love what they're doing in this expansion. Like this kind of card just makes deck building so complicated, right?
Yeah, it's nice as a neutral card.
It's really cool.
Alright, let's go next. That's pretty solid, I think. It's okay. It's
So it can't die. Right.
do anything. It can't die to like, in one hit usually. Like it'll have to take 2 hits to kill it, unless they have removal. So it can't be traded by anything with 5 toughness. So it has to be traded by stuff like a 2 and a 3 tough attack creature.
But it's only when this dude is attacking.
Yeah, so
yeah.
so he evolves his thing, trades into your thing, and then this thing kills his evolved creature that has 3 health and doesn't take any damage,
yeah,
which is really insane in Take Two for sure.
yeah.
It's specific,
It's
but
a really good
yeah.
Take 2 card, but I don't think it's a terribly great construction.
But yeah, you're thinking about bigger things in constructed than that, right? Okay.
Also, same kind of idea. Next. Get to the gold cards. Screw this card. I don't even want to look at it. It's
Give
like
plus
This
one,
card is
plus
really
one
bad.
to all.
Just it's so. Ugh, I
Yeah,
don't care.
not feeling that one.
This card though, I think is really good. Huge. Look at this thing. It's gonna be 5 for 3.
Explain this card to me.
Wait, so you basically it can only attack. So you can't evolve. You have to play it, and then something else has to attack before you can attack. Basically, what it is.
Why does it say play at the start of your turn? Why doesn't it just say can't attack?
Then that's not the case because then the next following sentence would, I don't know.
It's throwing me
I
off.
think it's trying
Can
to
you
use-
play it not at the start of your turn? Like
It's just like at the start of your turn.
if you play something else, then it's not the start of your turn anymore, right? So if you play this
I
as
think
the
it's trying to
second
get around.
creature,
I think it's trying to get around the fact that you don't, so you can't evolve it and do something. They want to give it the ability to attack, but it can only attack if.
I don't know. That
Alright.
word
I just
that
feel-
wording's really weird. Why don't they just say can't attack? Like it must be that you can attack if you play it not at the start of your turn, right?
How can you play this card not at the start of your turn?
Because
Alright,
you play
alright.
something else first, then it's not the start of your turn anymore, right? Because you already did something in your turn.
Let's focus on something else with this. Like,
But
what
then they can't be attacked when played.
what deck can
Yeah,
actually
that's-
use this?
It's
right
really
now?
weird wording.
Is there a deck that can actually use this right now?
I think not right now, but I think this could be played in some sort of aggro neutral deck because I think it's a lot of stats. Like a 2/5 for 3 is like very over.
But couldn't it be played in any regular non-neutral deck? Like a 2/5 for 3's good.
An
right?
aggro deck maybe, but I just think. Yeah, I don't know. 2/5 for 3 is pretty enticing. Thighs are enticing. But I think
I mean, even for blood though, it's like a 2/3 for 3 is pretty normal, and we're like, yeah, that's pretty good. So I mean, 2/5 for 3 should be like, yeah,
It's
great.
good stats for sure.
just like you need something else to attack, and usually those cards, I don't think those cards are good. It's a bad top deck.
Okay,
it's
but
a bad-
hold on. This wording is crazy. Are you kidding me? Like
No, it's not crazy.
It just says
you
I-
you play
we
this,
should-
you play
we should
this,
think
and
about
then
it, you
the
can't
next
attack.
turn, right?
Yeah.
The next turn you play it one thing, and then this can attack, right? No,
No, because another guy has to attack first.
but it's not the start of your turn anymore.
Can attack or at the start of your turn. I'm pretty sure it just means like you won't be able to attack with it. Doesn't mean like. I think it just means for that turn you can't attack.
Next.
Pretty sure this card can attack unless you have something else attack.
Okay, fine.
But we'll see. We'll see when the card comes out. I ain't crafting it though.
I'm not crafting it.
So it's
No.
good. It's good stats, but it has a disadvantage.
It has a huge disadvantage.
The disadvantage is crippling.
Okay.
Very crippling. This card though,
This looks good.
card's really good.
For the all-neutral deck, it's deals 3 damage to the face, potentially.
Yeah, 3 phase, 3 kill. Yeah, this card's really sweet.
There's probably a lot of decks that could use this.
All the neutral decks would run this.
Yeah. Almost added.
Everyone wants that in their
Good
hand.
evolve. Yeah,
Wearing.
good.
Wearing Hector. Okay, so this card is really sweet. I think this card's really good. It is a little bit small. But you buff a creature. Draw a card.
I don't.
Yeah, draw a card.
Draw a card, yeah.
You draw a card and you buff something.
Yeah.
Azure Drake, man. This card's Azure Drake, isn't it? It's basically Azure Drake. Azure Drake, like spell boost, spell damage is like a thing, and this giving one of your followers +1/+1 is kind of like spell damage, kind of, a little bit. I think this card should see play. I think, yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good
if
enough.
Radiance Angel saw play, this probably would, right? Okay. Alice.
So this is the neutral payoff card.
In your hand.
And in play.
Wow.
That's actually pretty damn good.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, I could actually see this in like a forest, like fairy deck.
Why is
There's
that?
only
Like,
neutral followers. Fairies
couldn't
are
this
forests,
work with Oh yeah, you're right. Well, no. After using that spyglass thing to turn them all into neutrals,
Oh god.
and then you could use that storm fairy thing.
They have
too,
to be in
right?
play, right?
They have to be in play or they have to be in your hand. So you have to have a bunch of fairies in your hand
Yeah.
before you play that card.
Fairies in the hand, turn them all neutral, then do this, and then do the storm fairy dude that buffs fairies. What is that thing called?
I think this
fairy
card is
driver.
good. I would just see it in like a. This is like an aggro neutral deck.
I mean, if you have a whole bunch of neutrals, why wouldn't you play this, right? Seems like it'll kind of pay off. I could see not playing 3 of it, but
It is still pretty understated. Like
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty average. Like 4 mana 3/4 is very
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
But yeah, this card is. I think people are gonna build around this card just because. Well,
this is a good starting point. You know, when you're starting out a neutral deck, you'd probably like click a few of these in.
You want to put these in your deck.
And then if you if you find some niche thing, like a niche insane combo, then maybe you could take this out. But if you're just kind of like raw dogging it,
from the
then
ground up, right?
you play
Day
this.
one, I feel like a lot of people are playing this card.
Yeah.
Just like obviously draw to it.
Telling you, man,
Okay.
fairy driver.
Let's
Fairy
be
driver.
honest. This is where this card is where the real. This is where the real.
Yeah,
shit is.
explain your thing.
Well, this card I want to play it in Dragon with tilting at the windmills. Play this card, tilting at windmills, is refill and like 4K, and you can do like burst someone for like 22 damage. This thing will get storm from tilting at windmills. The other neutral that you play will get storm, and then you can play like a dragon follower that has storm, which is not terribly unlikely, and then you just wombo them on turn.
On turn 10, right?
Yeah. Turn 9 you play windmills. Turn 10 you play this, and then you just like kill. Or not turn 10 when you have 9 PP, which is not hard because you're playing dragon.
Right.
And then when you have 10 PP, do this and you kill them.
Yeah, I can see it.
Seems good. It's like it's just so much damage. It's like a guaranteed kill, right?
Should kill them unless they have like an insane ward, but
yeah.
I think just the way the game works out, I think you're generally gonna kill them.
I mean, otherwise, I can't see this card being very playable without windmills. It's so expensive.
Yeah, 10. You'd have to be in Dragon. Like 10 is a lot. Yeah, I think you have to play you have to be like in Dragon to fully utilize this card.
Well, you're gonna put an insane amount of creatures down in turn 10, right? Like if you can survive until then, even without windmills, like you fill the board with so much stats, right?
Yeah. But then I could just play Bahamut, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But this card is, I think, like this is combo. Like
combo card.
And I like comboing, so I'm gonna try to build a deck around this card. I think this card is the real deal. But...
Yeah. Okay. 6 mana 4/5 ward.
True.
If it survives, it gets 1/1.
Whenever it's attacked.
So before damage.
So somebody tries to hit it with somebody tries to hit with a 5 power creature, or it'll die. So it's for all intents and purposes when it's attacked, Not even when it attacks. So it can only ever attack for
Or
I mean,
4.
it's a
what's
ward
something-
though, right?
the ward, right? So when
So
you're
a
trying
6 mana 5/6 kind of, right?
Yeah.
On defense.
I mean,
No neutral.
if you're lacking neutral followers, like that's pretty good stats, right?
I think I would never play this against.
Yeah, it's not constructed. Good take two.
This is a good take two. I think I could see this being played in
Yeah,
take two.
good
It's like
take
a
two.
better than the Etten, Raging Etten. Better than Raging
Right.
Etten.
Yeah.
That card's a bronze, and it's like an upgrade to your Raging Etten, which never be a thing that you say in constructed.
Yeah, I gotta say, there's a lot of good take two cards.
Yeah, take two would be interesting.
I wonder what they're gonna do with the picks.
Yeah,
They should
we'll
give
have to
more
see.
neutrals, right? Or otherwise they'll have to exclude a bunch of these neutral combo things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be really complicated. All right.
Okay.
That's it.
So, thanks for watching. That was all of we just reviewed the entire set. Look. All right.